Welcome to Jockey's Ridge State Park. My name is Joy Greenwood and I'm the park superintendent here at Jockey's. The park itself is considered the most unique natural wonder in the state of North Carolina. Lots of states have beautiful waterfalls and other special natural features, but not many states have a 70-foot tall sand dune.
Last year we had around 1.7 million visitors, which made us one of the most visited state parks in North Carolina. My name's Austin Paul, I'm one of the rangers here at Jockey's, and welcome. We're going to go on a tour of the park today.
Our park is considered the largest active living sand dune on the East Coast. Jockey's Ridge doesn't always stay in one place. It can move, so our sand doesn't always stay inside its boundaries.
There are several layers of fencing where we put up fencing, it collected sand. That got up to where the posts were. The sand was starting to blow over that, so we put additional fences over that, so we've almost created a ridge line over that area. But that's really one of our only kind of impacts that we try and do as far as any type of manipulation of the dune is just basically to help hold the sand in place. The park is physically moving to the southwest annually because of the northeast winds. Again, the major impact is our winds here. This, of course, is the Roanoke Sound. It's actually a fairly shallow, large body of water. It's only about 8 feet deep on average. This is a living shoreline here. It's an excellent example, like I said, of a brackish marsh system. Perfect habitat for all sorts of organisms. This is a perfect example of our living dune here where, you know, the vegetation here in the park is helping to literally hold the park together. And we're actually at the treetops of some of these shrubs and some of the ponds here. And if you look right here, this is actually the top of the ponds and they are still, you know, alive. We have a freshwater aquifer underneath the park. And the town of Nags Head has a few well systems inside the park, so we're actually providing the town of Nags Head with fresh water. If you dig anywhere in the park, whether or not you're down at the base of the dunes or at our highest ridge, if you dig down roughly 6 inches, you'll find moisture. Actually, we'll try and see if we can do that now. And actually, just a couple inches down, you can see how the sand is clumped together. The dunes here were thought to have been created between 3,000 and 4,000 years ago. The mineral here are 3 different North Carolina minerals. That's our major sand composition. 90% of our sand is quartz, and the remaining 10% is magnetite and biotite. Of course, through millions of years of erosion, these mountain minerals made their way through our North Carolina river systems into the Sound, and then ultimately accumulated off of our coast here. And then through thousands and thousands of years of storm surges, hurricanes, those 3 main minerals accumulated here in the area that we're at. And really just the top surface of our dunes is what's moving around. The mineral shape, the individual sand shape, is different from what we have just over at our beach, about 1/10 of a mile from here. And the shape of the mineral or the sand is what allowed for it to roll and accumulate here in this area. You won't find any shells within the park. The coloration is different from what we have over at the beach. And again, it just makes this place even more unique. In the summer months, the sand temperature can get to be around 140 degrees. And some of our species, wildlife species that we find here are able to thrive in these type of environments, like the 6-line race runner is tolerant to hot sand, but then it can also utilize the shade of these thickets for protection. In a sand-based park, we can read what wildlife has been around. You know, most of our wildlife is active more at dusk and dawn, and the next morning you can come out here and actually read what's been roaming the park. Yeah. We have more hang gliding flights than anywhere on the planet, and an estimated 12,000 flights occur here a year. This is the area where the paved road was placed in prior to it being established as a park. And you can see the top layer there where there's still some asphalt. But on the top of this hump here, we have some of our native flowers busting through the rubble. So, you know, like I said, kind of from a philosophical standpoint, life emerges through rubble. You know, growing up as a kid, I grew up just south of this area, but was fortunate enough to have a family that supported outdoor living. And I think from an early age that helped foster a greater appreciation for the outdoor world and having natural areas that were safe that we could go to and explore. And now I'm able to hopefully help provide that experience to other people.